So welcome back to another way long overdue video, but the patch notes have just came out and I've been talking with some of my friends about it in our Discord server, which you can actually find now in the description below. So if you want to join and talk to all of us, then feel free to do so. But the 3.4 release notes have just come out and I'm going to go over them, see what's in store for this update, but this is called the Apex Awakening update. So that seems pretty fun. So strap yourselves in and enjoy the show. Anyway, so the Apex Awakening. Before I just jump in, I wanted to say we are so lucky that this update, or rather the notes came out, because the amount of leaks that went around, and if you're one of those people that leaked, the creatures for this update, I just want to give you the biggest fuck you of all time. Just double middle fingers, the combo wombo combo, because if you didn't learn from last year when everything was leaked and Ludia scrapped it, we were so close to having shit leaked. Sorry, scrapped here as well. Like if the notes didn't come out today, there is a good chance that it would have been delayed. But yeah, yeah, we were just so lucky that the notes have come out and that the leaks didn't ruin it. But if you're one of those people that did leak the notes, or not notes, the stuff in this update, then fuck you, because it's just like how do you guys not learn that leaks are a bad thing and that you should not do it? Anyway, we're not here to ramble on about what to do or what not to do. We're here to look at the oppressiveness in this update. So, we got new creatures, GPS less. Okay, nobody cares about that. New dinosaurs. That's what we want to know. So, one Omega in this update. We got Sinraptor. After so long, we got a common Plateosaurus. We got an epic Gigantus Spinosaurus. And then we got these two. I know my friend What's Up is super excited about Plateospicosaurus or Plateopicosaurus. And then Gigan Spinoceratops. That is another one I'm excited for. This is probably gonna be like another Giga next time, but this is what we want. This is what we want to see. We got Saw Panthera, Concatalon, and Draco Lux. Oh my god. So I can already tell that these three are probably going to be the most OP apexes in the game. So let's see. So, Sinraptor. This thing has Fierce Strike, Devious Impact, Definite Impact, Afflicting Vengeful Swoop, Wounding Counter, and Afflicting Lockdown on Escape. That's probably one of the best on escape moves in my opinion. You lock down, you afflict. That's it's not too bad. Pretty good. I think Sinraptor will be all right, but thank God they didn't pull a Fukui on it and give it a Raptor animation. Up next, we got the based common. We got Plateosaurus, so it has resilient double strike, instant armored deflection, and then defensive counter strike. So pretty good. I'm gonna enjoy using this in common tourneys. Surprisingly, I know my friend, like I said, my friend Wassup is gonna dig the hybrid, but I'm excited for it as well. We got Gigantus Spinosaurus. So this thing has group resilient strike, bracing taunt, and impact, nullifying rampage, swap in shielded distraction, and luring counter strike. Do they have the thingies like the moves or whatnot? Dinosaur ability update. I think they may have rushed the update, like the notes a little bit too much, and they didn't give out the update like the note fuck the moves completely. But you know what? That's all right. We can just speculate. Here's the hybrid. So it's Spinoceratops and Gigantospinosaurus, which makes this thing. It has protective advance, bracing, taunt, and impact, nullifying rampage, ferocious impact, swap in laceration. I thought that was gonna be a move for a Cerato hybrid potentially, but no, I guess it's just a rend move that swaps in. I hope it bleeds. And then we also have medium resilient counterattack. We also have stunning obstruction on this thing. So really, really good. Just depends on if it has good resistances or not. I do want to use it though. I think it'll be quite fun for unique tournaments. There's actually one going on as we speak, and all my friends are just streaming it right now, so that's gonna be fun. Eventually, when we do get it, this is the one I'm excited for though. Resilient double strike. lesser group decelerating rampage, double impact bulwark, precise dispiriting rampage, and swap in bulwark strike with counter power heal. Gig, Giga, I forgot that name. Giga, fuck, you know what? Fuck it. We're calling it Giga Long Neck. This thing, I'm excited for that. Um, how did it slip out of my mind? Anyway, this is gonna be one of my favorite uniques already because yes, common. Let's go. Um, but I think this thing is gonna be really good. It'll most definitely be extremely tanky and have decent amount of attack, I would say. But I'm excited to use this. I'm really hyped to see what this thing can do. Hopefully, it can beat the likes of CG. Um, but we'd have to wait and see, if it has armor or if it's just that tanky. Going on to the next one, Saw Panthera. We're gonna salute this thing, but Saw Panthera is arguably one of the strong. Shit's falling over. I don't know what that is. My house is haunted. Anyway, Saw Panthera is arguably one of the most strongest things in the game, and we have discussed this a little bit, but it might be stronger than Clever Girl. Hey, people can now wait. People that wasted Panthera Tour can now can't get this thing, which I'm glad for. Anything to make me stronger, but this thing has Determined Strike, Afflicting Trap, which I'm excited for. Resilient Group Rampage, Eventual Double Strike, Swap and Devour Strike, Medium Nullifying Counter, and Hunt on Escape. So it's already sounding very OP, and I'm pretty sure the moves will also speak for themselves. When you combine that with the other two Apexes, I hope that makes sense. But yeah, this thing is a revenge master. And oh my god, that Hunt on Escape, dude, that it's just gonna fuck a lot of things now. Um, Thylos as well. Thylos is taking a huge hit this update, and we're about to see why in just a moment. We got Concatalon. We got this thing. I am so glad I went for Concatasaurus and I saved up to Jongosaurus. But this thing beats D-Sunga. Instant shielded ferocity is actually not terrible. It's actually a pretty good base move. If it's immune to stun, then this thing will beat D-Sung. Because we got group stunning slowing impact, hastening shelter, escape, expose weakness, piercing counterstrike, and get fucked on escape, aka rejuvenate on escape. The reason why is because you can't swap Thylos on this thing. You can't swap PT on this thing. You can't swap the other thing. Saluting Panthera. This thing, you just get fucked if you try to swap on it. It's like, yes, I got it down to 15 HP and I am about to die. Let me just swap in. Psych. You just get fucked. So this thing is just gonna be so OP, and I know damn well it's gonna be tanky as well, because I'm pretty sure Turamolok also got buffed this update, and Concatasaurus. So woohoo, we got another oppressive ass Apex. This thing will probably be very good at level 26, no boost. I think I have about 2,000 boosts. So I'm gonna be OP. This dude, my plan is coming together. I am so glad I waited because everyone's been telling me, "Oh, Tiger, you should just get into PvP and just use all your stuff." No, no. What I'm going to do is, since I was smart, unlike everyone else, and I saved shit up, because ching, fucking ching, I won. So I don't even know. It's just this update. I know a lot of people are gonna be very pissed off with this update. I get a lot of people in the server saying Concatasaurus needs a nerf, but me personally, I don't think so. We're in those days now where everything is OP, baby. Let's go. But my honest thoughts on this, it's gonna be super strong, and especially if it gets immunity to stun. Yeah, that'll be very very good. We're not even talking about if this thing gets swap prevention on escape. If Saw Panthera gets swap prevention on escape, bleed resistance, and stun immunity, bingo. This thing will easily be the best creature in the game, no doubt. Then we get onto this thing. This thing is, me and Pup were discussing. This thing is pretty much the team synergist, because it has cunning heavy strike, quickening precise impact, afflicting horn, light speed charge and run, and swap in double impact. So congratulations, you can just you can just get two moves on this. or sorry, 2 attacks. But everyone is saying in the Discord server they can't create it. I'm getting my saying Draco Lux will be the last thing I can create, and then Lebs is saying I can't create. I can't unlock shit. Oh my god! Everyone is so mad because they leveled it. Anyway, like I was saying, this thing is the team synergist. Um, I don't know what to say. This thing is gonna be super OP. But look at Renix gets an Apex. I mean, I'm so glad I didn't max Renix. I don't know why I would, but my boy Renix finally getting the love it deserves. Uh, it was shit, but now it's creating arguably one of the best. These three are probably going to be the best Apexes in the game. It's just one, two, and three. They've congratulated. You listed them down really nicely. Number one, number two, and number three. But those are the new creatures, specifically the apexes, because that's all we want to know, right? No, we're going on to this now. This is the one where I'm actually a little bit annoyed at. So enhancement tracks. What's Leb saying? No, 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 no. You need 5.8K DNA. You need 5. He's gonna be so mad, is he? He only has like 3,200. Okay, I gotta stop rambling. But Alicranix, Gorgotrabax, he's mad. Gorgotrabax, Sarah Magnus, Geminidis, Referenantum, Imperadisuchus, Indonemis, woohoo, Hadros Lux, Hydroboa, and Tyrannokyrie. So, the library, we're just gonna hit Aviary gang, guys. It's like fucking Geminidis, Indonemis, Tyrannokyrie. They really hit us with a humdinger of an update, didn't they? But I can imagine we're gonna get like 12,000 health Geminides. We're gonna get like 2,500 attack. Oh my god, that's gonna be terrible, my guy. Anyway, I don't know why I'm such in a jumpy mood. I guess this is what seeing a bunch of oppressive ass shit does to you. Now I really do hope Sauce likes it. Won't, trust me. I can't wait to see the reactions of everybody on Tuesday. I need to get some water. My throat's drying out. Anyway, what do I think about this? It's another giant ass middle finger to this. But anyway, what we want to know: dinosaur updates. And look at Iguanodon. So this thing is basically the common version of Laura Titan. So it now has 4350 HP, now up to a 4950, and now has 1200 attack. So it has protect the herd and sheltering. I can finally make videos now like max level Iguanodon versus Mortem Rex. It just gets 12 million views within 24 hours. Everyone's like, oh my god. And then I could just put like not clickbait cops. Okay. Alright. 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 Shit. So they finally nothing. Everyone is saying what counters Saw Panthera. You know what? Nothing actually counters it. It's just OP. I don't know why I'm so jumpy. I'm gonna need to cut all this shit out. Anyway, yeah. So this thing is basically a common version of a Laura Titan, and they all think I'm lying, but in actual fact, it's not. It's not. You know, put the smiley face there for passive aggressiveness. Anyway, what do I think? Iguanodon, pretty good. It's gonna be used in common tournaments now, and I'm excited to see what it can do. We got Megalasuchus, and Group Ferocity Strike becomes Group Resilient Impact. Taunting Shield Impact becomes Dig and Taunt, and then it has a Ferocious Strike. So, pretty good. Megalasuchus is actually not terrible now. It has 150 crit damage, 15% crit. So we get this thing. Let's go, baby. Magna Pyritator finally gets the buff it deserves. So we got our Dontosaurus level buffs here with defense shattering strike becomes fierce strike. Wow, guys, you really outdid yourselves. Nullifying impact becomes magna impact, so that's gonna be fun. So distracting impact becomes instant group distraction impact. That's pretty good actually. And then magna impact. So you know what, really good. The Master of Resistance has been around for quite some time with a much larger health pool and abilities. It should start shining in the arena. Yeah, that is a massive health buff. Almost gaining 1,000 HP. This thing's actually not going to be too bad. It didn't get any resistance buffs, but it doesn't really matter because, you know, it got a decent buff. So that's pretty good for Magna Pirator. I don't know. I keep calling it Magna Piratator, but it's at this Magna Pirator. So I'm excited to see where this thing goes. I think it's gonna be decent now in skill tourneys. I know my friend What's Up is gonna build it. I might build it, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm excited though. This is gonna be pretty good. This is what I'm excited for. Smilin' Nemis. So it says the world was not ready for this hybrid when it was first released. Now that Jurassic World has caught up, it's time for it to dig a little deeper and muster the attack power necessary to keep its place in the arenas. So delayed rampage and run becomes devastate and run, and it's got a pretty good health buff and attack buff. I am hoping that this thing becomes meta because if it does, I will genuinely use Smilin' Nemis. I don't know if it's gonna how it's gonna do. It doesn't have any group moves. It doesn't really have that power, but 1500 attack is not terrible. Smiling enemies is gonna be pretty fun to use now. I'm excited. We got the cat. We got all the cats now. We got Pitor, Saw Panther, and Smiling Enemies. So I'm excited that this thing's finally got a buff. It's been nerfed so many times, and I'm just finally excited they gave love to it. What the fuck? That sounds wrong. That's definitely gonna be clipped in an out of context moment. They finally made love to. They finally gave. They finally showed love to Smiling Nemis, and um, it got a buff. So I'm gonna move on. Tiramolok got a buff as well. So has group resilient impact. So it can now be used a little bit for PvP. How it's for 1.5 damage and reactive if speed isn't. So it's decent now, and it's got pretty, all right buff. I mean, not terrible. As bleed resistance, stun. Oh, I thought this thing was always immune to stun. Well, fuck me then. Turmalock is not terrible. I don't know if it's still going to be used for PvP, but we'll see. I'm excited though. I'm really. This update is decent. I know a lot of people don't really like it. I myself, I'm gonna have fun with it. Tanodorex. So they buffed Tanodorex just as what would have been hilarious. They buffed Tanodorex, then they introduced Concatosaurus. That would have been hilarious. But Tanodorex has group shattering rampage and has distracting team heal. So Tanato might actually be pretty good, especially when you look at damage reduction resistance up to 50%, and then the bleed resistance is up to 50 as well. It has 15% armor, 117 speed, and almost 5,000 health. So I'm excited. Tornado Rex will actually not be terrible. I'm happy for it. It got a buff. I know a lot of people are going to like it, but since everyone's used their Tornadosaurus on Concatosaurus and now on Concatolog, it's going to be very hard to find a place for it. But I'm excited. Group Shattering Rampage, pretty good. Happy for it. Gorgotrabax as well. This thing got a buff. So, when the following changes, it's backs. Okay, nice one, Lydia. So, Revenge Nullifying Rampage has been improved. So, that has a group move, I'm pretty sure. Group Instant Distraction becomes Revenge Group Disabling Impact, and then Counter Distraction added. It has 5% armor and 4,800 HP, so pretty good. My friend Refrigerator is probably really going to like this buff. I don't know if I'm going to use Trabax personally, but I think it'll be. Well, actually, not thinking about it now. It's actually not a terrible counter to Saw Panthera or Pantherator. It depends. We'll have to see. If Afflicting Trap is like 100% Affliction, then it might have a little bit of problem there, but we'll see. You know what? Bax is pretty decent now. I think it will have a place in the meta. I don't know if it's going to hold that spot, but I think it'll be pretty good. Sarah Mungus, that also got a buff. So Resilient Strike literally just becomes a group Resilient Strike. So yeah, it's literally just there to beat Flux. Hadro sucks. It now has shielded decelerating impact, resilient rampage, and resilient strike becomes protective advance. So you know what? Hadros is not terrible as well. Hadros became pretty good. I'm glad for it. I know a lot of people are gonna enjoy using it now. Me personally, I really don't know. My plans are coming together, so I don't really know what I'm gonna use, but I'm happy that all these creatures finally got a buff. There's now some diversity. And finally, the big bird, Tyrannikairi. This thing got a nerf. So from 1550 to 1450, and then instead of 50% strike damage, it now does 34%. So finally, they nerfed the bird. Finally, a nerf happened. Jesus Christ, I don't know how long it's been since we've got a nerf. But Where are actually the? Oh yeah, wait, yeah, the moves actually. I think what they did is they rushed the notes a little bit and they didn't upload the moves by mistake. So if they do, I will leave a pinned comment. Ability updates. This is the fun one. Revenge nullifying rampage. Delay of 0 when revenge is not active. Cooldown of 1 when revenge is active. So it's revenge nullifying rampage. Okay, so it's not a group move, but swap in ferocious strike. Yeah, now it's 33. Ferocious defense, okay. So priority added, and yeah, so not too many things there. Me personally, I'm excited for the Apexes. I've always been an Apex kind of person, and I always think that Apexes could shine. I'm excited for the uniques though. I think we are gonna get a Apex resurgence in the meta, and I'm just hoping that, you know, we can have fun with this. I know a lot of people are gonna hate it. Me personally, I saved up everything because I was smart, and I can unlock these two. Dracolux we'll have to see. We'll need events, but I really don't have any other like comments to leave. I'm just really excited for Concatalog and Saw Panthera. Dracolux I won't be able to get, but thankfully I got 13,000 Scudo just in time. I also got Concatasaurus and Toromolic just in time as well, so I'm happy. Before I end this off, I just want to point out that the notes have just been updated, so like this is what, like an hour and a half after I finished recording the initial notes video, but I was just informed that Gripelith and Spinodasuchus were added to the list. So Gripelith received a pretty good buff. It actually, Ferocious Defense now has a priority and a damage over time for 34%. That's pretty good. Swap in Invincibility, that's also really good. Immobilize now hits for 1.5 and no Escape Strike added. That I don't know about no Escape Strike. It can get abused a little bit, but it now has higher health and higher damage, and it also has bleed resistance, stun immunity, and run resistance. So it's gonna be pretty cool to see how this thing goes up against stuff like Gemini Diaz and Concatasaurus, Concatalog, those types of things. I'm just super hyped. My friend Cowens and Refrigerator have just been letting me know that Gripo was buffed, and I just wanted to put that in before I finished editing all this. And then Spinodasuchus as well was also buffed, so now it has cleansing swoop, higher health, higher damage. So I'm interested to see what that has in store. But overall, I'm happy that Gripelith got buffed. It's one of those not Apexes, uniques that needed the love. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. This is now I can finally sign off. But we're just gonna see what lies in wait for us on Tuesday. I'm sorry if I didn't upload in like 10 days or whatnot. I just had a lot of shit to get done. But we should be back, and I will hopefully keep on going now with more frequent or consistent uploads. But I hope you guys enjoy this one. That's going to be a cut, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, if anything does get updated, I will leave a comment or somewhere in the description below. But you can also join the Discord server if you want to just chat, say hi, stop by, see what's popping. We're pretty active there. But yeah, that's going to be a cut, ladies and gentlemen, and that's for the third time. I've been your host, Tiger Plays, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.